Hello there, everyone. Welcome back to Death Stranding. So, yeah, Sam. Okay. We'll go to the loo just while you do the introductions. You know, because this is a Death Stranding thing, of course. So it's been a while since I did the last part. I'll be honest. I can't remember how I left off, as far as I know where I am in the game, but I can't remember like what I said I was going to do or anything like that. My thoughts are that it's been a long time since I started recording this now, so I want to try and push on hard now tonight while I'm recording and try and get the game completed. So that will mean that if we do get any mail, I'm going to try and skip it. I don't think there's actually going to be much mail from this point, but essentially we're just going to try and go straight on to the end. So yeah, that's the plan. Let's see how we get on. Again, apologies for my green screen's looking a bit funny. I am wearing a kind of green top, but honestly, it shouldn't be fading that bad. Let me just see if I can tweak it. It's a bit better. The trouble is, in certain areas you can tell. You can just see a little hiss around me, if you like. But yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, I need a better lighting setup in here. Yeah, okay, Sam, we're going. All right, let's go. Sam's in a hurry. I'm probably going to do this a lot less as well now moving forward. Damn, that looks bad.
You know what day it is today, baby? Today would be a very special day if your mommy hadn't. You're not born yet. But the more candles, the merrier, right? Soon it'll be time for you to come out into the real world. I promise. And then, we can have a real party. Well, happy birthday.
Yeah, man, that green screen threw me off as soon as I saw it. All right, I'm just gonna have to persevere with it. Sorry.
Sam, check the terminal for available orders.
Yeah, so we're going to be making our way from Port Knot City. Let's just show it on the map. We're going to be making our way from all the way over here to Capital Knot City, all the way up here. There we go. And yeah, it's not that bad a journey, oddly enough, but yeah, it's a little bit more tricky than it was at the start of the game. So let's just collect the order. It's for Fragile Herself. You know what, right? I'm going to be honest. The techie guy in me is a little bit irritated at that fizz around, so I'm going to compromise. I'm going to have a slightly transparent top over all that fuzz around me because it just looked horrid. Now, I'm going to gamble, it is a gamble, that I don't need a vehicle. But I will try and bring some backups in case I do.
Don't forget, that container isn't airtight. You can't afford to submerge it, even partially.
Okay, so we're going to load that on the back. Now, you can see we've got a lot of weaponry here. We'll put that into the private locker because we're not using that. Same with that. Actually, is there anything else I can put in there just while we're... Wow, a lot of blood bags. Yeah, private locker. It ain't doing us any good. So, we're a bit short on emetic... well, we're a bit short on blood for emetic weaponry. And the trouble is we can't actually craft anything right now. So, you're kind of stuck at this point with what you've got already. So, we've got blood bags here, thankfully. So, I'm just going to pick these and put them in my utility pouch. And I think we should be okay from here. I'm going to just pick up what I can as well. That might be useful. You know what? Offload. And then let's just see what I can do with it. So we've got a couple of level 2s. Let's see if we can put any in here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Apparently not. Okay, so... Oh, but you know what? I don't think I need container repair spray. So let's just leave it at that. Let's see how we get on. So place in private locker. All right. Because we're going to have a lot on the back otherwise. So let's just carry on like that. All right, let's get going. Oh, one more thing just before I carry on. I know that I'm faffing around, but this is a very important time to organise. Private locker. More so for this. Right now, the quad rocket launchers are taking priority. Offload them. There we go. Cryptobiotes are now hidden. So what we're going to do, we're going to pick them back up again. And hopefully, I'm just going to check this. If I go organise, cryptobiotes stay underneath. That's what we want. And so the cryptobiotes cannot be submerged. Now, I'm pretty sure that if I went under with that on, they would still get damaged. But it means Timefall wasn't going to hit them. Alright, so let's get going. It's been a while since we've been in this part of the world, at least within the story. So I'm hoping my little trip this way was worth it.
We've been getting near constant timefall in this region for a while now. As a result, everything you've built for us out here has been completely destroyed. The good news is, we managed to recover all cargo stored on site and transferred it to the capital Knot City Distro Center. As for the not-so-good news, Cairo printers are currently unusable due to the network instability. Given the circumstances, you might want to consider turning to your fellow porters for assistance. But I'll leave that up to you, Sam. I'm sure you'll come through for us.
Oh, okay. Okay, first of all, I'm going to put the oxygen mask on because I've just seen that that's wearing, so... Is that it? Yeah, let's wear that. And I'm thinking that some of the prep work I did is now useless. Because I think what the game has done, which is quite smart, is it's destroyed any structures I placed. So I think there's a zip line up ahead, but I had actually built zip lines so that I could maneuver around this part of the world quite easily. But I think they've essentially destroyed mine so that I can only use the ones that are already here. Yeah. Let me just have a look. Yeah, no connecting zip lines. That is smart. Okay, so that's a word of advice to you guys. Don't do what I did. Don't think you can be smart and trick the game because the game knows. Alright, I honestly thought if I built something, it would count. You know, it's not like a bridge or something. It was just, I don't know. Maybe it was a bit naive of me to think that a zipline would stick around, but c'est la vie. You'll see in a minute why it was a bit of a priority for me. Alright, where are we? Just a nice uphill climb. Be nice if I could find a... Yeah. Guess what? I mean, again, I've had about a week off recording this. Not deliberately, I've just not had a lot of time to record. And, yeah. It's funny how some of the animations are like, yep, we're back again. So, yeah, these creepy things are here now. Now, these are slightly different to the ones in... I'm trying to think of the part of the world we're in. Slightly different to the ones in Edge Knot City. These ones take a little bit more effort. As you see, I take one shot, they don't die. Take two, they don't die. Three, nope. Four, nope. See what I mean? They're a little bit more tanky. In fact, you have to really get them. Doesn't mean you can't take them. In fact, I've seen people just run through here. But how I look at it is there's a hell of a lot of Cairo crystals on offer here if you can take some of them out. Plus, you've got a Timefall shelter here, which is quite friendly. Let's just duck under here. Alright, we've got one there. Let's just shoot that. I do love how the game says, no, you are not allowed to rest here. This is a very serious part of the game. You are not allowed to rest in the Timefall shelter. Yes, I know. I know. You know what, right? If I can just get here... Hang on, just pop that. I want just chuck some stuff in here because either it's going to get damaged or I'm not going to use it. Namely that. That I'm not going to use. So in the private lock you go. That I'm not going to use. Actually, it's lightweight and it's anti-BT. Nah, screw it. I'll tell you what. Let's just do that. And then share locker. I'm going to donate that. Actually, ooh, and that. Just take some stuff off my back. Is there anything in here I can take? No, pretty much just what I put in. Alright, well someone might appreciate that. They might not have come up here without any BT weaponry and suddenly it's like, oh damn, I needed it. I mean, it could be said that's naive of me to be giving up BT weaponry when I'm facing BTs, but like I say, I'm pretty sure I could run past him if I needed to, but I'm looking and thinking, let's take out as much of this as we can. Yeah, this is where it gets a bit messy. Someone was good and built a bridge, that's something. They're just so incredibly tanky here. And I'm loath to use the missile launchers because they are so important. Alright, I'm going to stop on that because that one's just not going to be worth my while. What I'm going to try and do, we've got the grenades here. I'm going to try and use them to get a few of these nearby. Yeah, I'm a bit low. Oh, no, I've only got one in there. That explains that one. Oh, I can't really see that one. You can see some of the zip lines though, can't you? I mean, that was a nice throw. It's quite a good place to try and build around. It's just the game really knows that and it says, you know what, we want this to be hard. We don't want you just zipping through this entire section. Alright, that's looking a bit better. You know what, even though it's not in my way as such here, I'm like, let's see if we can do something here. Got an anti-BT gun still. I don't know exactly what happened then. Yeah, I can't say I'm fond of this gun, but it's doing the job for me, so I won't complain. Right, I think it's the rate of fire I don't like. It's just so slow. But it has got a nice bit of control, which is helpful, I suppose. There's so much here I don't need to do, I know, but... Again, there's just the sheer quantity of Carol crystals on offer. I would say, with respect, you're mad if you skip through this section. My battery's dying. Yeah, I can't really do much about that. There isn't. I don't think there's a generator around here right now. Although, saying that, if I can maneuver myself onto the bridge, then I won't be using the battery. Yeah, blood bag, I know. I find that interesting now. That's pointing down. Why are you pointing down? Yes, I know. I can see them. 3 rounds. Even if it jumped up now, it wouldn't be the worst thing. Wouldn't want that, but there are worse things to happen in this game. Alright, let's get this thing. Yeah, this is just... Ugh. Oh, I'm out of ammo again. Great. We're certainly getting to the point of running. I'm saying that, but I haven't really got a battery to run. So I've got to keep that in mind as well. Plus, I know it doesn't get easier from here. I'm sorry if I'm spoiling it by saying that, but like I've said all along, this is kind of a walkthrough. Yeah, there's definitely something under the bridge. My guess is that it's not a structure that's that troublesome for gameplay purposes, but whoever built it was smart enough to put it somewhere where it would be helpful. Right, I think at the very least I've created a path here. Alright, there is a generator there, so I'm thinking, can we go this way, in fact? Got 60 rounds. I might be wrong, but I think the these BTs do despawn later on, but I may just be forgetting. That is definitely possible. There's a generator there as well, so that's good to know. Yeah, the Ultra Deck seems convinced there's something underneath here. Yeah. Alright. I mean, I'm not going to pick all these up, it'll take forever, but if I'm passing them, I'll grab them, because, like I say, there's so many here, you'd be a fool not to try and at least take advantage of this scenario. And again, I know you might say, well, the thing is, the game's nearly over, why would I want to? And I'm like, well, one of the things I'd take into account is, if you do plan to at least finish up the game, I do try and get a platinum, which is reasonably easy to do. I haven't got it yet myself, but that's because I've been doing this. I would say it's not bad picking them up, you know, making sure that you're getting Carol crystals for building roads and the like. 3, 1, 2, 3. Right, I'm out. I've only got 5 grenades. Yeah, I won't charge the battery if you'll let me. Just please don't let there be something here. And there is, just there. But I would say I can get around that. I don't know what you lot think. Yeah, in fact, I'm just going to run. If it tries to follow me, it tries to follow me. Yeah, we got a generator here as well, so I can just take advantage of that. Yeah, we're looking good. Alright. Is there any chance I can just spruce up my, I'll call it my cargo, but it isn't exactly cargo at this point. just essentially repair anything that could get damaged. Alright, let's go. Alright, I am actually going to pick that up. I know I dropped one earlier, but I'm thinking I may need it. Ah, you little... I knew something like this was coming and I still get surprised by it. So that's the reason I was like, you know what, I'll pick up this assault rifle. Because this thing is just not fun to face. Well, none of these things are fun to face unless you're really a masochist for boss fights. That also might be why they gave me a free battery charge, if you like. They said, you know what, we'll give you a generator. You might need it. Alright, up we go. Come on, Sam. Come on. Don't dawdle. Oh, wow. Wow, 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 wow. Well, I didn't drop entirely there, so I wasn't going to leave everything. But yeah, that was bad. Blood bag empty, yeah, no big surprises there. I'm racing for that bridge. Honestly, I'm not fighting this thing. I know I could, as far as I could try and use my rocket launchers and all that, but I'm thinking I would rather just run for the hills, as it were. Oh, hang on, someone's just throwing me a blood bag. I do appreciate it, pal, but I am taking the chicken route. Trust me, I need to take the chicken route right now. Come on, I must be nearly at the perimeter. There we go. I actually found it funny because that thing did disappear. Almost. Come on, disappear. There it is. Okay. Well, I've been recording 23 minutes. And I think Sam has said, I'm already knackered. I need a rest. So very briefly, Sam, you can have a rest.
I was about to drop.
And with that in mind, I'm going to pause my journey here. We're almost at distribution west of Capital Knot City. So when we're back, we'll just check in there briefly and start our journey towards Capital Knot again. So if you're enjoying it, hit the like button. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next part. Bye for now, everyone.